Taylor Swift has never been one to shy away from sharing her most honest emotions with her fans, whether in her lyrics or, more recently, in a Netflix documentary that has captivated audiences with its rare behind-the-scenes detail. Yet, even the most loyal Swifties may be surprised by the depth and vulnerability Taylor reveals as she opens up about her relationship with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. A love story that began with a bold, unexpected gesture and blossomed into a partnership built on trust, laughter, and unwavering support. It all started in July 2023, when Travis Kelce attended Taylor's Eras Tour concert in Kansas City, Missouri. The stadium was packed, the energy electric, but Travis wasn't there just as another face in the crowd. He came prepared, friendship bracelet in hand, hoping for a moment with the superstar he admired. The twist: the bracelet included his phone number. On his New Heights podcast, Travis would later confess how nerve-wracking and hopeful that small act was. For Taylor, it was the opposite of calculated. In her own words, it stood out because it felt authentic, unexpected, disarming, and refreshingly genuine. For someone who'd seen every variety of grand romantic gesture, this one cut through the noise. After the show, the real story began, not in the glare of paparazzi flashbulbs, but quietly, privately, as the two began talking away from the world's prying eyes. These weeks out of the spotlight were precious, Taylor shared, giving them a chance to discover each other without the pressure of headlines or hashtags. Taylor speaks candidly about the value of this early secrecy in the Netflix special. It was a chance to build something real, to ask the questions and share the stories that truly matter. For Taylor, whose life is so often under scrutiny, Travis's confidence was a game changer. He wasn't intimidated by her fame, nor did he seem to be playing any kind of game. Whether they were out in public or sitting quietly at home, Travis was steady, genuine, and most importantly, himself. One early evening out together in New York proved pivotal for Taylor. Over dinner, they found themselves laughing, finishing each other's jokes, and realizing just how much they had in common. That night, Taylor said, she could see the possibility of a future, a feeling that was as thrilling as it was rare. Travis's support for Taylor's career was another deciding factor. He didn't just tolerate her world, he embraced it. He attended her concerts and cheered her on. In September 2023, Taylor went to her first Kansas City Chiefs game, watching Travis play with a mix of nerves and pride that surprised even her. She recognized in him the same fierce passion she poured into her music, and that mutual dedication became a bridge between their worlds. Meeting Travis's family also left an impression. His mother, Donna, welcomed Taylor with open arms, inviting her into the warmth of their close-knit clan. Stories of Travis's childhood with his brother Jason resonated with Taylor, who has always valued her own family deeply. It was in these small, simple interactions, checking on her during tour, sending a thoughtful note, that Taylor saw the true heart of the man behind the football helmet. Of course, dating in the public eye isn't easy, and Taylor has had her share of heartbreak and headlines. She admits she was wary at first, bracing herself for the challenges that inevitably come with a high-profile romance. But Travis was straightforward from the start. In a conversation she shares in the film, he told her he was all in, no matter what. For Taylor, whose past relationships had often faltered under pressure, that unwavering commitment was both reassuring and disarming. Together, they learned to treasure the quiet moments, a movie night here, a home-cooked meal there. One evening, Travis suggested they watch Pretty Woman, and their shared laughter over the film's classic lines made Taylor realize how much joy could be found in the simplest experiences. The pressure of fame faded into the background, replaced by something more lasting and real. As their relationship deepened, Taylor found herself inspired by Travis's dedication to his craft. In June 2025, she visited him in Florida during his training camp, watching as he pushed himself to new limits. That same month, she met a young fan in a hospital and, with a laugh, explained she was in Florida to support her boyfriend. The words came out naturally, a sign of just how comfortable and happy she felt by his side. Travis's protective nature became especially important when Taylor faced renewed backlash from Kanye West in April 2025. Rather than fueling the drama, Travis offered calm and support, telling Taylor privately he wanted to have her back, but respecting her approach to the situation. It was his way of showing she wasn't alone, and it made all the difference. Taylor also credits Travis with cheering her on as she fought to regain ownership of her first 6 albums, celebrating her victories as if they were his own. A simple like on her Instagram post about the albums was a small gesture, but for Taylor it spoke volumes. Despite their fame, Taylor and Travis have managed to carve out moments of ordinariness that mean everything. Attending a family wedding in Nashville in 2025, they slipped into the crowd, dancing and laughing like any other couple. Travis never tried to outshine Taylor. Instead, he supported her quietly, carrying her tour book in his gym bag, or even joining her for a surprise performance at his tight-end university event. One unforgettable moment came when the two sang "Shake It Off" together on stage. It felt, Taylor said, like a celebration of all they'd built together, a partnership forged in honesty and joy. High-profile romances attract high-profile scrutiny. Taylor opens up about the pressures of public life, recalling how Travis remained her rock even after the Super Bowl booing incident in 2025. His ability to brush off negativity and focus on what mattered, each other, was a quality she admired deeply. They worked as a team, discussing how to manage their appearances and support each other through the media circus. Travis's teammates, including Patrick Mahomes, welcomed Taylor into their fold, making her feel like part of the Chiefs' extended family. At a dinner in Ohio in July 2025, Taylor wore her own merchandise, and Travis couldn't have looked prouder, telling everyone she was his biggest fan. Travis's playful suggestion that they document their romance shows just how confident he is in their story. Even with the demands of the NFL, he always found time for Taylor, like flying to Australia in February 2024 for just 48 hours to catch her show. Taylor says these grand gestures were matched by smaller ones, sharing music with each other, introducing new artists, and collaborating on songwriting ideas. One night in Tennessee, they sat by a fireplace, talking about dreams and fears. It was a turning point, Taylor remembers, because Travis wasn't afraid to be vulnerable. That openness allowed her to trust him fully, a rare gift in her world. Taylor cherishes the respect Travis shows for her independence. He never tries to control her choices, but supports her fully, even when she makes bold moves, like endorsing political candidates. His admiration for her courage strengthens her resolve to be authentic, both as an artist and as a human being. Their shared sense of adventure has led them to private trips abroad, exploring and making memories far from the cameras. These escapes, Taylor says, are where she falls for him all over again. No scripts, no spotlights, just two people discovering the world together. What keeps Taylor smiling, even on the hardest days, is Travis's humor. Whether sending her funny videos during tour rehearsals or betting on who can guess the ending of a romantic comedy, his lighthearted spirit balances her intensity. One night, after a hard day, he surprised her with a custom friendship bracelet, a thoughtful nod to the one he tried to give her that first night in Kansas City. Together, they've also found purpose in giving back, visiting children's hospitals, and supporting charities. Watching Travis interact with kids in Florida, Taylor saw a side of him she hadn't before, gentle, patient, and genuinely invested in making a difference. Their relationship thrives on these shared values, the joy of helping others, and the deep connection that comes from truly seeing and supporting one another. As the documentary draws to a close, Taylor's story with Travis feels less like a fairy tale and more like a testament to patience, honesty, and growth. The story of a pop superstar and an NFL star might seem larger than life, but it's the ordinary moments, the late-night talks, the shared victories, the laughter and vulnerability that make it extraordinary. Taylor Swift's romance with Travis Kelce is proof that love can find you when you least expect it, that the bravest thing you can do is be yourself, and that even in the brightest spotlight, there's room for something real. And as Taylor herself says, sometimes the best stories aren't the ones you write in songs, they're the ones you live, day by day, with someone who makes you feel truly seen. If you're longing for the inside scoop on one of the most talked about relationships of the decade, Taylor's Netflix documentary delivers and leaves you wanting to know every detail of what happens next.